Hello. We will start the second plenary session. I will present my colleague, Isabel Almeida. She is an assistant professor at Lusiada University and an invited professor of ISCTE-University Institute of Lisbon. Professor Isabel Almeida holds a PhD and a 5-year biology degree from the University of Lisbon. She also holds a second PhD in sustainability from the new University of Lisbon. She has several postgraduate degrees, including circular economy in Berkeley University, USA, and environmental sociology in Portugal. Isabel has been a researcher at Gulbenkian Institute of Sciences for 12 years. She has published in Key 1 and Key 2 scientific Scopus Index publications, with many papers in conference proceedings with referees. She is a reviewer of IOM and regular chair sessions of Eurooma conference. She is a reviewer of Springer Environment, Development and Sustainability Journal and the Rural and Community Development Journal. Her research interest includes sustainability development, corporate non-financial reporting, corporate and social responsibility, and corporate sustainability. Isabel?
It's enough? It's enough?
Yes, but if someone wants to know more, in the next pause we can talk. Thank you, Isabel, to accept this challenge, this invitation, and
it is a pleasure for me. Thank you very much.
You take the speech. The stage is yours.
Yes. Where's George Clooney? They told me that
He has a delay. He's coming.
Here. It's coming. Okay. Hola, buenos días para los que hablan castellano. ¿Quién habla castellano, español? Buenos días, guapos y guapas. Hallo, guten Morgen. Das ist eine deutsche Sprache. Ja, bitte, alles Gute? Ja, alles gut. Bitte schön. Allô, bonjour. Il y a ici qui parle le français. Oh, pas de français, malheureusement. Buongiorno. Italiano? Chi parla italiano qui? Ah! Prego. Grazie tante. E português? Quem é que fala português? Well, thank you very much for being here and attending the conference. And it is an honor to be with you, not to share my knowledge with you, but I hope that you could also teach me something. Because one thing that working in sustainability and in management policies for sustainability had many years is there are no answers. There are more questions than answers. And even for a single question, we have a lot of answers. Society is very complex. Environment is also very complex. Globally, well, we just live in a small blue marble, as you have seen in the picture that my colleague showed you. So, what of us? Why so eager about the resources? Why are we so eager about how can I put some money in my piggy bank? Why are we so eager to get more and more and more? We have only one world. There are no planet B. We have only one life. There are no life B. Even if you draw any avatar, I don't know, in any virtual world, you are living here. You are doing the one in your bedroom, not in the virtual world. You are doing the two also in the bathroom and not in the virtual world. So, damn it, you are living here. What are you waiting for? We should change. What we want? To be happy. What do we need? Happiness. I'm sorry, but there are no happiness. There are a kind of happiness. And this kind of happiness is directly related to the degree of pain that you can support. It's not physical pain. Sometimes it's mindful pain. How can you support your pain? If you support to earn less than your neighbor, to have only a car with 10 years old, or to buy a t-shirt once in a while, you get a little sorrow because, oh, I wish, but it's okay. I don't mind. I can support my pain. It's not this kind of pain, but it's a hard pain. If you can support this pain, you will be happy. So, we need to find the line where we are in the middle. And you know, a line is something too narrow to be in equilibrium only with my feet. Harmony. Harmony is very difficult to attain. Well, a conductor in an orchestra, and he had absolute ear. Sometimes he gets some goosebumps because he hears that some tone is out of tune. Harmony is so neat. Harmony only exists if we share our fears, if we share our goals, and if we share our common path. We are living in a marble, and don't lose your marbles. Okay. So, let's go. Crafting sustainable organization models in the era of ESG and circular economy. Crafting. Who enjoy craft beer? Yeah, craft beer. It's something different. It's something more, I don't know, more revolutionary. Some guys are making new beer in the bathroom, I don't know where, but it's good. I don't know. The fermentation process clean everything. Craft is something that is made by our hands, but we connect our hands to our brain, of course, to our heart. Aristotle said that the soul of a man and a woman lives in the heart. I believe that he takes a lift, and sometimes he's here, other time he's here, and then he's up and down. So, this is what I'm trying to present you in this short period of time from this slide. Yeah. Green hope. Importance of diversity in organizations. Again, ESG and sustainability. I'm going to stress this with a little fast because Francisco has already addressed this. Circular economy, harmonizing diversity for sustainable organization models. Case studies. I believe it is what you are eager. Oh, case studies. Now, finally, I'm going to know what they do in Portugal. Portugal, where's Portugal? Oh, over there, in Spain. No, Portugal is not Spain. And case studies and present challenges and opportunities. Yes, because we have challenges and we have opportunities. And then conclusions. Oh, sorry, it's different from mine. So, these 5 concepts: diversity, sustainability, ESG, circular economy, Green Deal. What do you know about them? Diversity. What is diversity? How can we measure diversity? It's different, right? Me being seated like this way. Oh, it's different. Well, diversity is also a difference. But doesn't mean that it is a bad difference. Doesn't mean that it is a difference that will change our culture, that will change our way of life, that will change our thoughts or change our loves or our beliefs. We live in a planet with water and earth. Do you want anything more different than that? We live with our feet in diversity. And sometimes swimming, and other times drawing. Okay. So, diversity is something that is needed. Let's figure what happened there. I'm sorry. Touch here, I believe. Okay. Now it's coming. Hello. Here it is. Sorry, I need to be here. So, let's move the stage. Okay, so if our planet is different and our society is also different, just...
It is different.
Yes, it's different. Thank you very much. I'm going to put my finger here. What will be if in our society no one loves the yellow?
No.
Well, you may call me Van Gogh. Well, so diversity is important. Next, sustainability. What is sustainability? It's a buzzword. Nowadays, yes, it is. It's a buzzword. When I started to work with sustainability, almost 20 years ago, the concept barely exists. When I finished my first degree in biology in '87, it is the year where Mrs. Brundtland wrote the report, Our Future, Our Common Future, where for the first time someone stresses what is sustainability and what is sustainable development. So I work with this concept many years from now. But sustainability, now it's a buzzword. It's not really a concept. Because if a company wants to have some loans, or if a company wants to have some advance regarding the competition, he said, oh, I'm sustainable. Sometimes they aren't. Sometimes they are making greenwashing. And sometimes they are taking some concepts and change the concepts accordingly, the values and missions of the corporation. ESG, environment and social governance, good governance. It's a continuity of the CSR, corporate and social responsibility. It's very important when we tackle the situation of mix and mingle globally. Yeah, I can't live alone. I'm not an hermit. Circular economy. It's also another slight issue that we must address. And Green Deal. Francisco explain you briefly, just grasp the surface. What is Green Deal? Those that are from the United States, you have a deal, a very similar deal that started earlier than ours. Ours pop out at the end of the COVID because we have no traffic because we have more than 80% of our industry shut down, but it is not only in Portugal, but in all Europe and all the world. Do you know who are Pink Floyd, right? And the masterpiece of the wall, in a song, you hear a child voice say, "Look, man, there's no skies up on the sky." And then you hear, I don't remember. Okay, do you remember? Yeah. Wait. And it was precisely because we didn't have clouds, dark clouds, resulting from industry that in some countries, not in Portugal because we are in a very exquisite area, but in some countries, in India and in China and in Bangladesh, the sky turned blue and there are children with 7, 6, and 7 and 8 years old that it was the first time in their life that they have seen the blue of sky. And so here we have deers, and we have hawks, wild hawks wandering in the avenues and in streets, and not only in Portugal, but in Paris and in Madrid and Barcelona and all cities. And governments start to say, well, it is possible to change. And then Green Deal in the European Union, it's a kind of agenda where we are tackling the production of greenhouse gases. So, all of these 5 elements are intertwined. It is not possible to separate them, by the way. It is very similar to what we said about, oh, let's recycle textiles. Do you recycle at home? Not textiles. Do you recycle anything at home, please? Yeah? Yes, please? What do you recycle?
I recycle food,
Yes?
the waste of food, and I recycle textiles because I turn them into something new sometimes.
More? Thank you very much. Maria, right? Maria. And I hear some voice. Some
I
nice voice.
recycle clothes.
Clothes. I'm sorry. I'm going to break down your construction because you are not recycling. Maria, yes, you recycle only one thing, food. Because recycling is to get something like this, plastic, and dismantle this. We don't make this at home. When you say, oh, I recycle textiles, no, you don't. You put your textiles in a place, in a container, where they will be separated or where they will be having a second life. But it is very difficult to recycle textiles. Why? Because this is linen. It's easy to recycle. It's a pure fiber. But if you have other fibers in the other materials in the fiber, you can't. If you have nylon, or even you have viscoses, or you have lycra entangled with wool or with cotton, it is not possible to recycle this. Recycling it means that extract the linen, extract the cotton, extract the lycra, whatever it is, in the fiber. It is very expensive. It is a process of separation that is chemical, and it is very hazardous to the environment. So yes, you separate, but we can make another thing that is downcycling. You are making downcycling, and this is different, okay? When we recycle, we have a piece of material, then it will be used to manufacture anything new with value, okay? We are attributing value to the product. But when you make downcycling, you produce something, well, it is useful, but it is not so expensive, or it is not so fancy like the other one. For instance, jeans, blue jeans, they are cotton, yes, but most of them have lycra because, ladies, you know what happens wild days. Gentlemen don't bother because they're put here above the belly. So. but not us, right? Not us. Right, he said right. So we can't recycle jeans because it's not pure cotton. However, there are companies that shred the fabric and make a kind of paper pulp. It's very similar to paper pulp. And then they make some, napkins and toilet paper. I don't know why I'm talking always with toilet and everything. I'm sorry. And also, they could make cadernos, notebooks. Okay, it's a more raw paper, but it avoids to put the jeans either in the Atacama Desert or either in other place. So, diversity. Yeah, it's me over there. Diversity in the workplace is amazing because we hear several ideas, we speak with persons that are coming from other countries, from other habitats, from habitats, yeah, not habitats, habitats, and from other cultures, and everything. When we could achieve a melting pot, it's amazing. We should become inclusive, yeah, but the sense of inclusivity sometimes is regarding people that are blind or had some kind of impairity. Yes, it's very important. But inclusion, it's not only that. So, why is it important? Why is it important to have a diversity in my organization? In any sector. Could be in extractive sector, could be in second sector, could be even in the academic sector. Well, here it is. With different backgrounds, yeah, let's learn with them. We can join them in different teams and listen. Ability to listen, it's amazing. And we should improve our ability to listen. So think critically. And then if we achieve this, it is more easy to make a decision. Why do I decide this? Oh, because I want. No, it's not an autocracy. You know what happens when we have an autocracy. And Ukrainians know what happened with an autocracy. So, diverse perspectives are very important. Next. If we accept the difference and if we accept the diversity in our organizations, we will retain our employees. And even we could call more employees. And it will be a competitive advantage. Because we are not living alone, we are living in a small blue marble, but we need to contact, we need to connect with each other. And so, if we have several persons from several places in the world, it's more easy to break through and to have more participation. So, diversity gives us a growth in the business and also gives us And finally, build strong stakeholders relationships. ESG and sustainability. So I'm going to pass these more faster because Francisco has already addressed them. I have two questions for you, please. What are the environmental, social, and ESG criteria that investors and stakeholders use to evaluate a company's sustainability and social impact? I miss here, but it was purposefully, the shareholders, because we have stakeholders and we have shareholders, but I put them aside. It is important that stakeholders follow the main company, right? Why? How can a main company oblige the stakeholders to align with its vision, with its vision? Well, if they don't follow, we end the contract. We can't forget that we are depending on supply chains. And we have from upstream to downstream, and downstream, the last stakeholder are the consumers. But in meanwhile, we have several companies, several economic groups that are depending on us. So we must put all of them playing in the same tune, like a conductor in an orchestra. And the second, this is more hairy, how integrate ESG factors in business operations to cost savings, to mitigate risk, and to enhance brand reputation and also the trust of stakeholders. By showing, by giving the example, by show also that all the stakeholders are connected with the same thought. So, stakeholder value is amazingly important. We need to integrate sustainability to give basis for the brand reputation, to attract investors, and also to address other communities that could become our consumers. Oh, sorry, I'm putting this, risk management. Well, what is a risk? What is a risk? Is this a risk? In Portuguese, yes. We call this risco. Yeah. It's a line, flat line or curved line. Well, what is a risk? Two words for define risk.
Doing something new?
Danger.
Three. No.
Challenge.
Two words.
Opportunity.
Two words.
Unexpected
Probability.
Two words. Yes, danger, but you miss a word before. No? Delay it. Delay it. Delay it. When you talk about a risk, yeah, we know that this will happen, but if we change something, the risk gets shorter. Yeah. Yes. So the risk exists everything. And if I want to, it's a risk to fall. Yeah. I'm aware of that. So to avoid falling in the lap of my dear friend who are still alive, I move some path behind. And this is what we should make in our economical development. Put the back on our gear and go a little more for behind. So, if we achieve this, if we have, there are several theories like stakeholder theory or like scenarios theory. If we could address this would delay the danger. But it is not for those that are not here yet. They will manage, and so we are pumping the thing with belly. No. In the meanwhile, we should find solutions either to mitigate or either to stop the risk or stop the problem. So, next, transparency and reporting. Of course, it's so important. We have so many ISO rules, even dating that said, do you accept bribery? No, of course not. I don't accept no bribery. That's why in my website I said, yes, I have the 18. Well, you know what it is. So transparency is so important. If we are not transparent, we can't build nothing. So circular economy is this. Is to use all the resources, but not indefinitely. Thank you very much. And it's like the golden eggs goose, right? In Portugal we said chicken. I believe that in the United States you call it goose, right? The duck. Well, we shouldn't utilize all of them in one single decade. We should expand, and while we are utilizing the resources, we should develop and make research to utilize all the wastes and to make a reintroduction in the circle, not like the Simba and the father, oh, this is the circle of life. It's not the circle of life, but it is the circle of our lives, We need to utilize everything like this. What do I have here? It's a cell phone, right? And why does it, it's very sticky. Well, okay. Why does it work? Because inside I have a superconductor, name it coltan. And coltan, it's a metallic link made with columbine and tantalus. And it is amazing the speed that it could give to our cell phones, to our laptops, to our computers, to the tablets that we have up there, to iPads and all the pads that we have. However, it is extracted in an area where children are working, in African area where children are working. It is extracted in an area where the lords of war are making profit with extracting the coltan and then selling after to buy more guns and more weapons. It is not allowed to buy coltan from Chad, from other countries. But they sold to South Africa, and then we are going to buy it to South Africa. So there are plenty ways of changing. What we have to do is to delete the idea of take, make, and dispose. It is a linear economy. We extract, we manufacture, we use, and then we throw it away. And even in the throw it away, yes, we have some I don't remember the name, sorry. It's a large part of landscape where we put the garbage. Landfill, thank you very much. Oh, amazing. 20 in 20. Okay, landfill. We can't make this. So the population in the outskirts of those landfills said, no, I don't want it. I don't want the landfill here because of the noise, because of the smell. I don't want, yeah, you don't know, you don't want it. Okay. but you use most of the things that are dumped there. So this is the policy of NIMBY, not in my backyard. And we deal with this all times. And if we address the circularity, then we could put everything in a continuous cycle, avoiding to dump in places where they will stay for centuries and centuries and centuries. So, and addressing this, we should think, well, and how can we start to separate and move the pieces of this? And the e-waste is one of our tragedies, because we don't recycle in Europe. We put them in big bags and in containers, and we export them to Asian countries where they are disassembled, handily, with children working, with women working in awful conditions. So we must think about this. And supply chain management is how can I manage that across all the supply chain I could see some light in the end of the tunnel and see that we are changing. So the image that you have here is showing that, well, when we address the circular economy, something that starts in a place and then ends in the same place. But we could project this to a supply chain, a closed-loop supply chain, where we have the supplier, we have the producer, we have the distribution, the retailer, the consumer, and the waste collector. But all of these issues or these items that remains there or that get to the end of their lives, they can't be put here. They must be addressed for other companies that are remanufacturing, that are using, that are repairing, that are refurbishing, and so on and so on. And circular economy, it is a golden egg goose, because it will be, because if we address these, it will be possible to create work, to create new companies, to create new startups, where they are making a difference, they are making a turning point. So, but, not so bad, we can also say, only say that it is a sustainable closed loop if we consider the triple bottom line. Environment, economic, and social. Regenerative design is also very important, because we must regenerate. And here, well, here you have some ideas. What is regenerative design? It's a movement that seeks to put everyone working for the same goal. That is, restore, repair, regenerate ecosystems and spaces. For instance, we have here a stream water, and we want to make a road. And the hypothesis is to cover the stream water and then put the road above. In Utrecht, they have done this years ago. They have a stream water. They want to put a road. It is a stream water that passed under the big mall. And years ago, 5 years ago, the community decided, no, we want our river again. And so they remove the coverage, and they have now a river that passes again in Utrecht. So it is the example that I have here. And so, and what about the harvesting? We hear so many times we need to have biofuels. We need to extract oil from colza, for instance. Yeah, but do you know how many hectares and hectares of land do we need to produce 1,000 barrels of oil? choose. Okay? So regenerative design, it needs to think about restore ecosystems and promote social equity. Because when we renew, it's not only for the high society, it's for all the society. Okay? Great. And create value to all stakeholders. So let's speed it up. How to harmonize diversity for sustainable organization models. There are several strategies to follow up the ideas of inclusivity and diversity in organizations, like implementing diversity training programs, setting diversity targets, and creating inclusive policies and practices. And also, what are the role of the leadership? Well, stand up for diversity initiatives. So we are not talking only in organization, in taking decisions top down, but it's also taking decisions bottom up. We need to hear again. It was the first phrase that I give you. We need to learn how to hear, okay? How to understand others. So it is necessary to understand what the employees feel, what are the values that the employees use it. I could give you an example that that happens here in Portugal in a communication company. One of the guys that are in the trail for resolve problems that people have at home because they don't connect Wi-Fi or everything else. They are, you know, the graph theory, right? To find the faster path to get to a goal. Well, he was always the first to finish. And the colleagues asked, wow, what are you doing? Why are you able to finish everything? And we are sometimes ending our work after 5 p.m. and said, well, I've made an app. Do you want it? Yeah, and he gave the app to the colleagues. And in a month, the managers start to see what happens, why are our employees getting the work so fastly achieved. And then, you know, the things are passing mouth to here, and they find that we have an employee that made, oh, amazing, do you want to work to us? I guess I'm already working with you. No, in a higher position. And so he was promoted because they learn how to hear. So it is an example. But how to know? We need to evaluate. We need to assess what are the best metrics to apply to these companies, and what is the significance of tracking diversity metrics. And here we have the blockchain. Yeah, blockchain. It's not only for the coins, you know. It's not only for this. It's to track, to know where are coming the product. The next time you buy a Kit Kat, you have a QR code in the back. Please read the QR code. The QR code explains you how Nestlé is getting the chocolate, how in terms of CSR, corporate social responsibility, they are working with the people in the 5 only countries that produce cocoa. It's amazing. So we can track. And the evaluation should exist in a project. How many minutes do I have? How many seconds?
Seconds.
Oh yeah, 15. Cortador. Oh yeah, please. I will give you cookies. Okay. Those that you want. I will gladly offer you a cookie in our Belém Companhia pastéis de nata, okay? So, inclusive leadership. We are, I'm speaking, you are hearing. Addressing inclusion and diversity in the companies, but in the place of employees, yeah. And the master, hey, master. inclusive leader?
I hope so.
Never, never say hope, because hope, it means that you are not sure. And if you are a leader, you have to be sure. Okay? So,
Yes.
so we must be intellectually honest. I'm not a good leader. Why? Because of this and this and this. Okay, but I will try to improve. Yeah, go ahead. You have 1 year to prove that you are changing. So, inclusive leadership has 6 C's. Again, the C. Cultural intelligence. The leader should be intelligent, culturally intelligent. Should have curiosity. She also must know about the bias that we have. For instance, here in Lusiada, we have several teachers that are coming from Brazil. There are here any of them. But we don't expect that they, outside, in the sunshine, no, we don't expect that they are playing music or dancing samba. No. So, cognizance of bias is to know what things, what decisions, what thoughts could appear because we are preconceptors. Courage. Courage to say the real things. Courage to say, I don't know. Courage to say, you know, help me. Courage to say, we are passing in a very hard road. But if we work together and if we kept our decisions supporting our goals, we will achieve and we will get there. Commitment. Yeah. Commitment. There are no words in Portuguese say this. There are. Like there are no English word to mean saudade is missing, home missing. But saudade is more than this. It's not home missing, it's missing. Okay, everything. So, commitment, we don't have this, the word translated to Portuguese. Maybe that's why we as a people, we are not quite committed to make the change. It's very difficult, right? And collaboration. We need to cooperate. Again, we are living in a blue. Yeah, we need to cooperate. Again, metrics and accountability. That's what I said. So, first question. How clean are our clothes? Not cleanliness. Clean. What is the difference? Between sustainability and sustainable development? It is the same, or it isn't? Yes, you have the hand. What is the difference? Yes.
Well, to me, sustainability by dictionary is anything that can endure. So we might like to think that, for instance, war is not sustainable,
No.
or gender inequality is not sustainable, but it goes on and on and on. Whereas sustainable development, to me, is an attempt to make things better.
You get also another cookie. Because, because sustainability is the horizon, right? Can you get to the horizon? No, you can't. But you see the horizon. You see the line. It is something that is quite visible, but we will never get it. So, it's like a cambric shirt or anything. It is sustainable like it is washable. It doesn't mean that it is clean. Okay. There are some So, how clean are our saw all the water footprint that we get there. However, there are some companies that make the difference. And make the difference, it's not only I will make the difference, but it is because now they are like a night light that guide the ships. Okay. Like Virginia Woolf, right? We need some light to guide us in the darkest night. Patagonia have succeeded to make this. Decide to change everything. Everything. Mission, values, operations, stakeholders, formation to their employees, formation to the employees of other companies that are the stakeholders. They are in the right path. Yeah. However, things are quite expensive because they try and they succeed to work only with fabrics that are sustainable, that are natural. They are in the slow fashion, not in fast fashion. But in slow fashion, things are very expensive because you know the rule of the market. The amount of product dictates the price. Less, and if the search of the consumer is bigger, you must put a little strong price.
And press on time because your time is getting over.
Yes, I know. I'm just almost ending. So, case studies and best practices. This is the example of IKEA. And this is an adaptation of the butterfly model that is in the basis of the circular economy. So we have a mineral or manufacturing cycle and a natural and with biological materials. And this is what IKEA is making. So they have a design, they utilize natural resources from wood to ornamental stones. So they design and then they have the materials that are in suppliers, in the supply chain. Then they have the product suppliers, they have multiple sales channel, and they have alternative business model like the e-commerce, and then, yeah, they are selling everything to one of us. And then, this is different. They have a repair hypothesis, they have a second life reuse donation, they have the refurbishing and remanufacturing, and they have the recycling. And by doing this, we have cascades, like a waterfall. We have cascades where from biochemical to the composition of the material in order to avoid dumping. So this is a good example, like Patagonia. And let me give you the last example. I know that this company, it's a ONG. It is from the Netherlands, and it is called Social Impact Factory in Utrecht. I cooperate with them, and this was the second year where I was there. And they are a company, an exquisite company that deals with the diversity, that deals with the need to change. For instance, do you see? This is a working group that I was there. So, do you see the walls? They are blue, but it is not paint. Can you see here? It's something with ups and downs. These were the dresses of those people that work in the planes of the Norwegian, of the Netherlands company. The stewards and all the people. The clothes company. I don't know if we have here internet. Just for ending with the. Oh yes. Well, and sorry, it's in. Well, in Dutch. Sorry. It's okay. At your laptop, you could make the change. So this is a hot stop for a social community and a social corporation to enter in the world. So they have diversity. They have several projects to include the migrants that are getting to the Netherlands, and the social company, the social project exists in 11 cities, and amazingly, they are supported by Rabobank. And Rabobank, it's a sustainable bank in the Netherlands, and they finance projects only and only if they are sustainable. Okay? You are going there, you ask for a loan, and they say, let's see your business plan. Oh, yeah. How many SDGs do you address? Okay, let's one. Come again. So they oblige, and most of the projects that they are accepted by Rabobank are really amazing. So sometimes people don't enjoy this. And last year I was there in a meeting with them, and I asked him, do you have Russians here? Because in the way I saw Russian flags. And said, no, our farmers. The farmers are not they are not glad, because now we are oblige them to diminish the cows, the number of cows, and the interventions of the fields, of the cultures. And then they are so angry, they put our flag upside down. So they are not pleased, but we need to change. So explaining, addressing the worries of the people are really the main thing that we could do. So thank you very much for your attention. It was a pleasure to be with you here. And so you're welcome.
Thank you, Isabella, for this inspiring presentation. We are over time, but 2 questions. We want to put questions, comments, sharing some ideas, concerns, hopes, feelings, happiness.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Micro.
If you were asked what's the most important thing that can be done, I guess that if you were to say, in your opinion, the most important thing to address, I guess, to advance this this plan, or this dream of sustainable development, what would it be?
It's a very easy question, and answer it's also very easy. To teach, to give lights, to enlighten people, because we have, even here in the university, we could be more sustainable. We could teach our students. We could have in our classrooms different containers. We could have classes, even optative classes, regarding sustainability, regarding management policies for sustainability, because we are here dealing with future managers, future leaders, and what do they know about managing policies for sustainability? So it is urgent to teach. It is urgent to change the curricula of universities. It is urgent to give path without fear. Because staying in the same place, this is my most fear. So it's very subjective. It depends. De nada.
Okay, thank you, Isabel. We will close the session here. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Mas querem falar